with just as a organizational setup kind of thing for a type of no-night research task that is neither textual nor visual but human described.
Thanks very much.
Well, it's text.
It's,
Yeah,
but it's still
like people can draw. Yeah,
we
yeah.
get flip charts or something,
Yeah.
people can draw things.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but so
Yeah.
it reminds people that
Yeah.
we're gonna have desserts after this.
I mean,
you can just put it like that on the plate, and I think
the question is, should we brief?
should
No,
work.
the judges won't be on site, so it won't work.
But
if
it would only be
Thank you.
if it's only kids, it doesn't need judges. So it,
No, I mean that the judges could be the panel also.
sure not to lose the gold
But
dust.
but they are not there, so
are none of the judges there?
Björn, from you.
Jörn is there. Where's Boom?
In the end, it will
Jörn
be.
ran away with the cable.
But I think it is too small to turn it.
So you so far have n-1 judges who are actually remote. Did they realize that Japan is however many hours away from where they are?
No, remote is fine because all of them are in Europe, so it will be morning for them.
Okay.
The time wise, I guess this time it's fine because if we
Okay.
start we will start at 1 or so for the first session or 2.
Yeah, yeah, I think too.
So early afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So Björn, apparently you're the only judge for GDS 25 who's
Enjoy.
actually on site.
Okay.
So the question is if we want to do this this human in the loop description thing,
Right.
if it makes sense to have a judge because they anyway have access to the tasks beforehand. Do this, but given that the pool of possible judges who would be on site is entirely composed of you, it's more of a what do you think of this idea?
The lasagna is great, by the way.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, we just have to try it. I don't know, it sounds interesting.
But I guess it would really be useful to have multiple people because they might remember different things about the scene. So
Well, I mean, we can possibly also have other people.
yeah.
For this thing specifically, for example, it's it's a handful of tasks.
I mean, I'm fairly certain there are people on site that are familiar with VDS that
Yeah.
will not be actively participating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, yeah.
For sure. And I mean,
And it would be good to have like a
if it's a handful of tasks, then you can also just put people into that mindset.
yeah,
And
yeah. And I think it would be good to have like a diversity of that panel. Cultural background, gender, because then people might focus on different things when they.
Yeah.
Also recognize different things, right?
Because
we would show-
in contrast to the other thing, they would also
I think
not
you will make this
require
again as
any
well.
further additions to the list, which are probably not happening.
Yeah, no, not
It's
that
also
in
really
general,
good.
no, no.
You can make a lot.
Even though it always promises
Right,
these types
right,
of things that
It really keeps
are,
going.
I guess, some of them being implemented
No, I
currently
never made this.
a bit
Oh,
on
the recipe
site,
is from my wife.
much slower than he wanted.
But
I
I'm happy
haven't
that I
talked to him in a
not-
while.
you did
I
not
need
mess
to
it up.
check
Yeah,
what the
exactly.
status of things is.
But
So we're gonna have a new release before.
we would show these people the clips before the competition.
You could even just show them clips immediately before the task.
Yeah.
Maybe in a brief loop.
Yeah.
As in, look, you get a minute to look at this with headphones, maybe even while there's another task on.
Yeah.
And then say, okay, now you're not gonna get to look at it again. What are you looking at? Go. So then essentially we just need to bring 2 or 3 of these, have them spread around the room, and then we're just going to record this.
Yeah.
And somebody needs to transcribe this for the post-hoc analysis. But
Need to have this after lunch.
If you want to make it really fancy, you do the eye tracking experiment while those people watch the clips. But then you need multiple eye trackers.
no, we just you just.
Oh, you watch them in a row.
Ah, super. Well, I mean, we could limit it to one person at a time
Yeah.
for now to start with. That would be interesting. But the eye track is not that big.
But
Want to take it to Japan? You got Yuki there anyway.
She will bring it to Japan
You,
anyway.
you bring it anyway. That's great.
Perfect. So,
And long laptop, right?
Maybe. Well, I mean, he has to bring his laptop anyway. So.
She's always talking like playing poker, you know.
So,
Like it's always,
essentially,
I raise.
essentially
That's why she always wins, right?
everything that needs to happen is to pre-render the clip, which Trace is doing anyway.
Yeah.
So the only thing that it currently doesn't have an easy way to export them, so
download
we
it,
actually have to go into its guts and say, give me all the files you already pre-rendered.
yeah, but couldn't I just when I see the preview in Dress, in the browser go to download the clip?
No, because it's in the preview. It's not actually showing you the pre-rendered clip. It's showing you the fourth layer, and then
okay.
because then you can real time change this.
Good stuff.
But it has the thing pre-rendered.
Yeah, I know because we've seen cases where this failed. But okay, Klaus, then I guess I'll check with you and you get me the pre-rendered clips.
The pre what?
The pre-rendered clips
Pre-rendered.
from Dress.
Yeah.
No, but wait, if I go to the viewer, like if I run the competition, then I get a pre-rendered clip.
Yes, but this is designed in such a way that you can't easily get to the clip.
Yeah, I could record a stream.
Well, you can get it out of it, but it is we designed it in such a way that it is not trivial to get that out.
Yeah.
Because the same mechanism is also used for showing the query.
Yeah.
To not make it easy for people to say, right click, put into my thing, and then. But I mean, if you really want it, you can still do this. It's a bit of a.
Yeah. You don't want to.
We didn't build in any encryption or
Yeah.
DRM or anything, mostly because.
you see it.
Like, you could just give me the plate.
This is a cool stuff, actually.
Too smart.
Yeah.
I think with this, that maybe you were away when we thought about it, but we were thinking of some diffing, human diffing, machine diffing.
Well, the diffing not for the
No,
further. in the
26.
future.
26. Yeah. Right.
I think that would increase the stakes quite a bit. What do you think?
A different task type.
Especially if people know that it's a faulty agent answering. So
Yeah. I mean, I guess the human is also a faulty agent.
Yeah,
because
totally,
we
totally.
just forget things and.
absolutely, faulty
I mean-
agent being human agent. Or
I mean, I know it from myself looking at the clip and then trying to come up with the text description, and I make mistakes.
and afterwards looking at the clip again and say, oh no,
Afterwards,
it's
in the best case, afterwards looking at the clip again. In the worst case, the judge is telling me during the briefing. Now,
What are you talking about?
but imagine for high-level queries like in Building Cloud that you work with, they always had these queries. Basically, they annotated always videos at the level that we were not working. So the one particular annotation every video has is this semantic theme annotation.
Yeah, sure.
And semantic theme is on a high level. For example, video on immigration. How does video on immigration look? You know?
Yeah, but
or
you know,
how
this
cultural identity looks, you know?
But this is a practical.
So this is
topic.
Austrian cultural identity.
Yeah, but this is a practical topic. Like you have this story on the news tonight, and while the speaker is introducing the topic, you need some image as a backdrop. Like there is things like bureaucracy, or like I know at ORF they have like a collection of Christmassy things, because every year people will start asking, oh, I need a Christmassy scene for
Right,
that.
right.
So
Yeah.
We're leaving at
Yeah.
4:05.
No.
Or now very popular topic, you know, like I've seen also in museums and whomever we talk, like Stedelijk Museum and they're interested in this togetherness
Unless you want to walk in
In
the
the
store.
store.
as a concept. And that togetherness is kind of something that
Red.
goes through our culture since there are humans.
The red is the
But what is it?
Red is the top?
Oh,
yeah,
Never see that before.
how are we gonna?
I have no idea.
What?
The stone
Well, how much is this?
upgraded to code red, which is the highest level of stone in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
How much is this currently?
It's not thing.
No,
no. It's not just yellow.
I don't think I've ever haven't had a code red in Dublin, maybe ever.
Oh, so that's not.
So is it cold red in Dublin?
No,
Or
I
here?
haven't. No, here it'll be red more often because
Right.
it's kind of wild.
But I'm saying this storm.
This storm is code red now.
Where? Here.
Red now.
Here.
From
But not right now.
from 10 p.m. Yeah.
This happening is code red.
No, this is probably a
In
yellow.
the, in
Yeah,
the late
okay.
evening, yeah.
It will become a code red later.
Next lap until morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Hey
This is
guys,
just a normal summer day.
so
So
how do we,
Leave tomorrow.
Kahal, how do we go about the dinner then?
We're going to drive to the bar
By walk on.
by driving. I don't think you'll be able to walk to the bar.
Right. So we leave it early because we want to close really
You're not
fast.
So Klaus and I walk
Yeah.
because theoretically Storm cannot.
Yeah.
we're not gonna have flooding on the roads from,
They said
from this way.
Yeah.
All the way to the town.
Depends, yeah.
Because
It's a river, right?
but it's on the other side of the
That
Town.
will probably be totally fine.
village.
So
sorry, village.
how amphibious is your car?
My car will be okay, 'cause we're not in a rush. Dennis's car is the one that's in the rush. Look, chances are you'll be fine.
This is a very, yeah,
And when is this thing
very calming
stopping?
down.
Yeah.
Code red ends sometime tomorrow morning.
Okay.
There is a non-zero chance that we will be fine.
Yeah.
There is a non-zero chance you'll still be here on Sunday.
The way he's saying it, there's a non-zero chance that you will not be fine, but
It's okay,
but chances are you'll be
But I
good.
mean, that is technically always true.
Yeah.
there's a chance that we don't have power in the morning, so get your devices charged.
They'll charge the battery tonight.
So the way I see it, the worst thing that can happen basically now is for you two guys not to have a flight in the morning. But if that happens,
no.
then they're gonna have to figure you out something.
Apparently lots of
Yeah,
flights have
the-
already been cancelled
the-
in Amsterdam.
The question is how, if we get
Yes, that are not in Dublin.
Yeah, in Amsterdam.
Yeah, yesterday Anna told me that Amsterdam was already yesterday. And meaning there, she's seen also when we were moving buildings, when we were moving to new apartment, it was so strong storm. It almost flipped these Mercedes trucks that we were using. That was really like. I don't know what it was, but 140, 190. That was really
Kilometers per hour.
But that's probably
Yeah, later, very because
the flight will
insane. That was in February.
There's quite a big difference between 140 and 190.
2 hours.
140 you can somehow. We you know that this happens fairly regularly. And the 190 is
Yeah.
This is
rare.
very strong, yeah, very
That
strong.
is
But
rare.
if it's
No, no, I'm
delayed
saying
by
that
a much
we have
Except in
much,
one place.
Hours, we can.
We
But
have
140 is very rare. 190 is normal.
Because the flight will
What is that base? It's so the
Ireland,
one place on the Western
Mine,
Islands they have a lot of.
So before that,
But it's, yeah, not
unless
really,
they
but
cancel it
limited, it's really
already,
local,
they
so
probably
it's
won't announce the
better
delay
inside the town
before.
than worse outside. So. Anyway,
You know what was funny? So they parked
It'll be fine.
this Mercedes truck
No problem. Look,
Be
first load in
optimistic.
my apartment.
yeah.
Then
It
we
will be fine.
loaded
What could
Anna,
possibly go
came
wrong?
to load Anna's apartment.
But this is, I guess
And
the,
then
I mean, the road we came in, it's not
the
very
lights
close
parked
to the sea,
these
right?
Mercedeses.
So,
Those are these biggest
Mercedes,
trucks that fit with
Are they
the
big?
B license, I think, or maybe even bigger actually. Those are actually because they were driving.
And that's only the part of
So they parked it in front of her building.
yeah.
because it was dark.
And it was really exposed, you know, like these islands on the east of
But I
Amsterdam. There are
thought
a few
this
of
were,
them.
when you go out of Galway, this
So,
is a lake,
It was
right?
really
This is
so
not the sea.
hard
It's a lake.
that every once in a
Yeah.
while they
So
had
it
to
should
go
be
down
more or less
to
the tree down or
repark
something.
Yeah,
the car
but
because
there's
it could
not
be moving,
too
you know,
many
like
trees
towards the
around
water.
The
It
truck?
should be fine.
The truck, yeah.
Oh my god.
Sharon just
This was like really.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
With
on
you,
the
Ross?
highway, this was really looking.
This is
I
really
thought
strong.
because we went on a
I mean,
highway to.
we had planned to leave at 5
In the city, you have one big sort of
Maybe you should do 4.
garbage where you can kind of bring also electrical
Maybe back
appliances
to
that you
the
can use. Also gave those.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
at least that means that
We used some
after 2 a.m. it should
Bars
be
are
close
shut anyway.
student for housing also. So that's basically students that kind of have moving as a side job. It's
I don't
pretty
think
large
you want to be
actually,
there.
one of the largest in the country now.
With,
Started as a
Rise and shine
moving
at
students, you know, like, but now is de
Okay.
facto one of the largest. Very professional also.
Maybe without any electricity.
We were going to.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what
I gave them what they
happened
wanted
3
to
weeks ago
take,
here.
and
They
then
told
we
me
were
there
like,
was
hey,
2
we
days
bring
no
the rest to that city. It's
We were
not
quite
that
lucky
funny,
we
you know,
weren't
like
here,
because
yeah.
you just like
Yeah, yeah.
leave
So
appliances,
it's
they do
only
something.
tonight.
You should sleep early tonight.
I thought they were gonna flip us on a highway. It was like really. Maybe the truck has lots of these flat sides.
Right.
It's basically a box,
yes,
you know.
Yes, yes,
Is that like?
So with a smaller car, probably.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
And when it's
In the microwave,
unloaded
then
and
it is-
all the weight is on the
We have
bottom, when
custard
it's
and we have
loaded,
brandy.
you
Okay,
put more and
yeah,
more
like
weights at the
it is
top.
Yeah,
now
that's
when
interesting.
over-
Yeah,
We don't have
even though it's heavy, it's still, I
factory and then hold.
don't know, it might,
We should probably eat this.
yeah, it might anchor it, but it's hard to
So I'm just like saying, if she says that it's blowing now,
yes.
that it's a solid storm yesterday, then it was probably a
Yes,
solid
yes.
storm.
So every once in a while, you know, people decide that now is the perfect storm to move my trailer
Oh.
because it's going to blow off the road and I will get the insurance. But no, this all,
Should be fine.
it seems because people every once in a while, you know, some of these few of these things flip over in a storm where you would very clearly know that, you know,
Yeah,
if there's
but-
anything wrong with the weather, it's
but-
going to be there.
But some people are just stupid.
Yeah.
You heard about the
So
train
Stefan
accident
decided to go
in
to the
Mieleum in Nikkelsdorf?
With a
It was a guy with a truck and a
I
trailer
did not hear.
stopping on the railway crossing because he thought something of his trailer was broken.
Aha!
And the train crashed into it.
Yeah, I think something of my trailer will be broken.
Yeah, exactly.
This is why I stop here.
Directly at the rail.
Yeah, over the rail crossing. Yeah,
Oh
the
my
train
God.
the train crashed into it and they
I don't think
they
anybody
said
is
it
that
was
stupid.
like it was
No, but
I don't know if it's already open, but there was a lot of damage around. They say it's about 1 million of damage, and they will need
Wow.
2 days to repair
Oh my
the
god.
rail line.
Right. Okay.
So people are stupid.
Yeah, fair enough. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, on that account, I also felt ridiculous that we had to move them. But you know what's the catch? You have to pay those agencies upfront, and already the day before, 2 days before, we knew it's going to be code red and this metal alarm. You know, their basically advice is stay at home. So I call those fellows,
Yeah.
and you know how it goes with businesses, especially
No,
Should
come
we
on.
do
our
both puddings
businesses.
then?
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
are
both
two.
puddings.
You call the central,
Let's just do it.
that some scheduler, some kind of a manager type of figure, and he says, yeah, why shouldn't we work? I was like, dude, it's gonna be this
Thank you so much.
code red and so on. And he was like, yeah, today is also like this, and we kind of sent the trucks, you know. So basically, I think they just want to take the money.
Okay.
Are they the same? No. What's that? That's good one. Nice.
A few thousand euro.
But it still says on my letter moderate wind warning.
As a ritual, you will have to pour this whiskey into glasses.
You gonna put this whole thing in the microwave?
Yes,
Take
whole
it
thing in
out.
the microwave. No, put it down on the table.
I'm pretty sure the idea was to microwave it before you put it out, which would make it, I think, easier to...
Okay, we're gonna do it. Ali's
Oh no, it's going to be horribly distorted.
Oh, it's not what I thought.
Ah.
we have to be there for
I guess we do 3:30.
3:30, okay.
Something like that. Understood?
Yeah.
After it's chocolate, pudding, whiskey thing for drinking. It's probably going to taste great. Considering it after a long period of time.
What?
Oh yeah, no, that's
It's okay. It's very good.
So bad.
Yeah, it's really better.
But actually looks better than yesterday. I think it was much worse yesterday.
Than yesterday?
Yeah.
Really? I don't think so,
There's
yeah.
more rain, but it's not the wind. I think it's not so heavy as it was yesterday.
But look at the water. It's really heavy wind.
Yeah, but it was yesterday as well. So.
whiskey.
I will
Soak whiskey.
Yeah.
Just mention this one word. Let me get my emergency candles. So no more cooking.
No more cooking.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
sad.
Don't listen to him. Whatever he says is wrong.
This one is actually more
Not doubles.
even than this one. This one is the best.
That's actually a fair point. But it's a little bit hot, the water, isn't it?
That something is gonna be off.
All the candles are there. That's emergency
Hey,
purpose.
but you know what, Cajal?
What?
I would suggest the following thing. If it really comes to outage or something, we should put cameras again on. Sorry. Just for fun. Yeah, not happy.
Well, depends. That's very kind.
How big of a mic?
When am I leaving? I'm leaving with Guillaume and Stefan, whenever they are leavers. Yeah, I think I heard 10 was plan.
Everybody needs a 10. I guess
You're playing against yourself now because you couldn't find anyone who's good enough to beat you.
you know what?
How can you trick yourself? Well, that's easy when you have a terrible memory like me.
Hay vậy? Nó nhìn được trong kiến nè. Thấy không? Cái hình to trong kiến nè.
Em sao nó nói được em?
Hay rồi ta. Ủa sao nó hay vậy?
At the moment, no, but maybe later.
Không phải đâu.
Này đúng rồi. Nè, cái trong kiến rõ ràng.
Mày lại quay đầu cho bác lên.
Thấy chưa? Tức là nó vẫn cao hơn so với bình thường. Mặc dù tao trong kiến. Sai được ta?
Do you need more water? Probably is. I've never tried these actually.
Okay, it's better if you want to. I'm happy to leave it as it is.
I think
Those who want Baileys and have Baileys.
No, it's not.
Generally speaking, just boiling.
I drew the Connect 4.
Basically after cooking,
And to fill it, I also just
and then
played against myself basically.
with something.
And it's partially the same, but it's not entirely the
But
same.
no, I wanted to.
Otherwise, I would have known already.
Somehow it's a little bit.
But yes, I think we should.
I had a lot of Baileys inside.
Great question. Well, you can't put it what's the benefit? You can put it here.
Don't spread it, don't spread it.
Oh,
Let it fall, let it fall.
It's
Don't
too
spread.
thick.
No, look at that. It's going to be fully covered by Bailey's cream.
That's not baby cream, it's salty caramel. Oh.
but it's also limited.
Alright,
by
so-
you already got.
Boss, this
Boss.
is me. No, leave it. Let it naturally flow.
When I explain the strategy to you, you're much better than me.
I'm leaving it. Now, is that hot? Let's see if this as well, but not too hot.
At least the ones that are separate, right?
That's good. Here we go. No. Go, stop, boss. Boss?
Yes.
Great choice.
Why?
Because that was my intuition.
Tiếc gì mà chán quá.
Chocolate. Pudding.
It's fake gold dust.
With gold dust on top because.
But there is no gold in this gold dust.
This one as well?
It's just rice.
Yeah, probably not.
I looked at the packaging.
Yes?
I
That
think
looks
it's just
pretty
rice.
nice. Looks like an alpine peak.
You butchered.
Yes.
Now, that only takes a short while. Are we ready? Because we have to set this on fire.
Set what on fire?
The pudding.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And we only have 1 or 2 shots at it.
Where's the pudding?
It's probably made of liver or something.
Change my mind.
Chocolate liver pudding.
We have to do everybody's in, so.
No liver.
Turks have that kind of dessert.
How
One
smart
is
you
made
take?
of liver.
Well, starting a fire. He needs everyone.
It's meat. Has meat.
That's not a good spot.
People come here.
Not a good spot. What is not a good spot?
Ninja.
Yeah, you have to actually all be ready because it only burns for like 3 or 4 seconds.
Alright.
You need that.
Okay.
I didn't say it was a good spot, I think. I just said that's where I would
still
put it.
warm, so
Which is actually an indication that it's a bad spot. Sorry.
This one, eh?
You could need that.
What?
That yourself.
It's not going to be it's not going to be.
No, people are coming in.
Okay, let's go, let's go.
Let's go.
What?
Oh,
Burning the pudding.
come on.
Just watch the.
Oh, let's watch it. Well, we need to get it on camera somehow.
Oh my god, does anybody have a camera?
Hey, we should get cameras ready. Not to miss the moment.
Alright, let's do a 3D reconstruction.
You have the...
Yeah.
No, I mean... Yeah, okay. But...
Yeah, so much.
The whisper.
Hey, am I?
You have to wear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, when you look like that, he's like probably gonna tell me you're again in the play.
Okay, who's going to light us?
You.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Wait till I'm away.
What?
No, do it.
Whoa!
Not more.
Turn off the lights!
Woo!
It's actually better with the lights.
Yeah,
I can't add more whiskey until it actually stops burning, or else the whiskey, the flames will be on my hat.
I think you shouldn't add more whiskey because that whiskey is having a better use yet.
We're gonna do more.
I
One
mean,
more.
look at this, chancer and cheat. There are whiskey bottles all around the house, and we didn't try a single whiskey this entire week.
Oh.
People are not gonna even trust me that I was in Ireland.
Well, it's a dry house, you know?
It's a dry house.
Let's not go that far, but.
Until tomorrow.
Pudding.
Until the stove starts.
I'm very impressed that shaking it helps.
I actually wanted to put it out so I can put the rest of the whiskey in. There we go, is it
I
out?
don't know why they
Not quite.
told me yesterday.
It is now.
Yeah, it is.
Possible. They were in Amsterdam already yesterday.
Okay, go again.
Weather has.
Woo!
That looks more like
What does
it.
Asa say about Iceland?
I didn't ask.
Did you call your wife?
Yeah. But we didn't discuss the weather.
You discussed the grandchild probably.
No,
Oh my
the
god,
house,
guys!
the house.
Oh my god!
The house.
With my parents, the most important.
We did on
Do you need me to shake it?
anyone, guys.
his nephew.
Just don't want to get whiskey on my hands.
You got other things that come in,
Who wants to pour on the rest of the whiskey?
Luca was born.
While it's burning?
Yes. I've done it before. It didn't end well. Because typically anything that drops out is on fire.
Almost 6.
Do we have anything fire retardant handy? Maybe that's at least somewhere else.
Okay, there we go. It's out.
Put it
Oh, it's
on a
out.
larger
There was a
plate.
comment in between, you know.
Put it on a larger plate.
It's sitting in a
It's sitting in a pool of whiskey.
pool of whiskey on fire. Lava.
It's a volcano. Ireland's first volcano.
I've never seen
In a long
burn
while.
for so long.
In a long
A
while.
very long while.
So in Iceland, if people ask, is this a volcano? We always say yes. In many cases, it's been a while, but it's a volcano.
So next time tell university to give me
Yeah. Unfortunately, we did have one.
But I was wearing it. There is a logo there, so you can charge an extra.
Who wants a piece of Christmas pudding? Merry Christmas! Woo! How do these poppers work?
Yes.
No, how?
Pull.
How?
Keep ready.
That's the prize. What
You
happened?
lose.
I lose every time I play this. I don't like this.
Congratulations, you win this pencil. And in here you have a bad joke you have to read. Oh, a hat. There's a hat. No bad jokes.
A hat.
you have
There's
to
the
wear
bad
it.
joke.
Ah,
You have
very
to wear
good.
the hat.
Read it.
Let me get the hat on.
Let's turn on the light.
Ah, it's a crown.
It's a crown, yeah.
For King Florian.
What did the Christmas tree say to the decoration?
I don't know.
Aren't you tired of hanging around? Hey!
More!
There's a question also and a game.
Quiz.
What? Yes, a happy quiz. What is understood to be the most popular karaoke song in the world? You should know these.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
No.
The band.
The band. Gloria Gaynor.
Ah,
Yes, correct. And the game is who around the table can do the best Elvis Presley impression? Couple, you're first. Alright, Stefan wins, I think.
I'm in the reading of a white Christmas.
Sometimes as well.
Oh, you sang it.
Alright. Who wants to pop another one?
Because I love you too much, baby.
Alright, we're pulling.
Oh.
You win.
You win.
Oh, I win.
Did you also get a hat? And maybe a pencil. It's a hat.
Reward.
Oh my god. Kahal, you know that we may stay for another week here.
Yes, we should. If the storm is so bad, we have
And
to
what if
stay.
the bears
I
come
don't
from
have reading
Iceland?
glasses, so you have to read better.
Okay.
Enjoy us.
Guys, a joke.
Joke.
How do sheep say Merry Christmas to each other?
Bah, humbug.
Feliz Navidad.
No, in Spanish sheep. What do you
Feliz Navidad.
Alright, okay, more.
Okay. In an average human lifetime, how much does one person sleep?
In an average human lifetime.
Yeah.
30
Years
years.
or days? Yeah, not bad. More or less than 30 days.
25.
Days.
Years.
Days,
Years.
that's years.
Sorry, years.
Less than 30 years.
I would say 25.
No,
Depends
it's
on
gonna be 18
25.
years. 18 years.
27 years.
More bits?
32?
Because people typically sleep longer
I
than
would
us.
say 25.
Yeah, 25 years. There are 9,125.
Oh,
You're average.
those people are lying.
You know why? Because average life expectancy, at least in these parts of the world, is 78, 9. In some countries in Europe,
I
72.
don't think they put that much thought into
So the people should be around 75 divided by 3.
Pretty sure
Where's
they
the
did.
game?
But nobody sleeps 8 hours a day.
The game is for you to guess
I know, very
Yes,
who I am.
Guess who? Oh, Superman. That's the-
Maybe we should put some fish sauce in or something. All right, we got the wheat.
Says that she sleeps 8 hours.
We got the wheat.
Yes.
He's just jealous, you know, like he slept
Sitting
8
in
hours per
somebody
day. Previous
else's
millennium.
chair.
Last
It
time?
just happened.
Last time he slept 8
Boss.
hours was previous millennium.
Get your hands up.
Something may hit me in the eye.
Come on, hold tight. You have to really pull.
Ah,
Oh my god. What did you do?
Playing cards? You know, a notebook, please.
a notebook. Really small fonts.
And a hat.
Serves you right for winning.
They weren't the most expensive crackers I could find. They were.
All right.
Okay.
So let's see. Joke. What did? No, it doesn't bother.
No, really.
What did Father Christmas do when he went speed dating? I can't say it.
Speed dating.
Well, ho, ho, ho.
No.
Oh my God. That one is actually funny.
Oh my god, this joke sucks.
They do. That's
Pull the cracker.
That's not a Christmas.
The 3 wise men brought gifts to Jesus. What were they?
Oh, it was myrrh.
Myrrh,
Yes. There was
gold.
And what do you?
No.
And what do you?
Mary Shelley wrote the book. Mary Shelley wrote the book.
Frankincense.
Yes.
frankincense.
Spell it.
Yes.
It says here, spell it.
F-R-A-N-K.
So Frank.
and S-E-N-S-E.
Frankincense.
Frankincense.
Spell myrrh.
M-Y-R-R-H.
Yes.
Woo! It was even the Irish
Now spell the most difficult of all gold.
Write down sports played without a ball.
Write down.
That's what it says. That's the problem.
Oh.
Darts. Is that a sport?
That's a sport, yes.
Skiing.
Yes.
Chess.
Is that a sport?
Yes.
Swimming.
Karate.
Swimming. Running.
Okay, fine. I will.
Yeah.
Jumping.
Who wants the notebook?
Right.
Sports played without a goal.
No, oh no.
If you pour.
No, it's okay. No.
Yes. So we started with this.
That's the plan. Oh, sorry, I already had.
This one
Is it
is
good? I think it's great, but the thing is, when you pour more value in whiskey on something that's actually not that high a value, I think the value comes from the whiskey.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
We need a mic for that one as well, right?
So as an excuse to day drink, fantastic.
Yes.
I can't have too much. I have to drive.
Much of what?
You have to drive also, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We all have to drive.
But that's nothing.
Yes.
Oh, there's a lot of alcohol in there.
I've been soaking in whiskey for 4 or 5 hours.
There is a lot.
Which one are you winning?
Anyone watching what's on the stove, or is it?
It's actually no. He's deburning the pot.
I think this is. I think this doesn't taste well. No. This is just like for fun. But which one do you think is better? That one?
I don't know.
We have to find out.
Yeah, you can try them all.
I think I'm gonna
This
try.
is your place, right? You want
Yeah, but I don't think anyone is it.
If you ask me,
Brandy butter and brandy cream.
I'm gonna try that one.
Cathal, if you ask me, whiskey should be consumed in an only one way possible,
Fast.
and not how they served us in Melbourne.
Thank you.
You know this argument.
Yes. I remember that.
Oh, Jesus. By the rules, Werner, of last spot we found open was some casino in the center of Melbourne. So by the rules of the establishment, it cannot serve us straight whiskey. And you know, we tried some and other, and I said, oh yeah, I go to get us some kind of smoke. So I found they had Talisker. Okay, I ordered 6-7 Taliskers. So the guy starts putting a cube. You know, like we don't want ice there. He was like, sir, I really have to.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, to the rocks. And he says he has to top it off with a club soda. Yeah, I told you it's small.
Brandy butter or brandy cream?
Should I bring the bigger one? I told you this one was small.
Yeah, bring a bigger plate if you...
This is
Yeah.
go on top?
Yeah.
Cajal.
This one's better.
Cajal,
Yes,
I told you it was small.
it was very small.
It's overflow. It wasn't small for the cake
The planets are that kind
because
of
of the cream.
Yeah.
Wait, brandy butter.
Brandy butter.
Ooh, I like it.
There it goes.
Take a look.
Oh, but it's funny
Still a
that
place where we
I
can
kept
touch
telling
it.
him it's small. He was like, no, it's gonna be fine. No, it's gonna be fine.
It's small.
That's heavy.
Can I come on top too, please?
So when do we go to smoked salmon thing?
We would start at 4 o'clock there, so we leave here at 3:45, maybe 3:40 just to be sure. It's only 5 kilometers away, but you never know what's going to happen. In category red.
I just checked Dublin Airport departures. Today everything looks fairly normal.
So far, so good.
Well, Dublin doesn't really have heavy storms.
No, not particularly.
But you said that Amsterdam cancelled flights.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
So you better look for a second pub for
No,
your
no, no,
weekend.
Björn and I are traveling on Sunday because we don't know how tomorrow is gonna look. You know?
Wise.
No, I
And
knew
we
that I
took the
would
worst
be.
possible night.
I wouldn't make the plane.
It was pretty sharp for me.
Sharp, no. But with what do you live
So
to?
what time should your planes leave?
12:15.
12:15. Okay. Yeah.
That's tough.
My one was something like 11 or, and I didn't wanna have to wake up at 4 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
Even earlier.
Yeah. Well, we thought initially we thought 6. Then we thought, okay, maybe we give it another hour, and now with the storm we might give it more than another hour.
Yeah, so you're already there. Yeah.
At least Paz is a safer driver than you are.
I confirm. Your eyes so bad.
Are you sure?
out your car.
I'm totally sick.
Are you coming with me
On the other side
tomorrow?
of the road, so
Yes, but I'm
No.
totally sick.
I mean, on the street out here is what
With your driving
my
skill.
colleagues told me who was
Skill?
on holidays in Scotland.
At least you should have said driving
Because,
style. Driving skill is even more offensive.
Partly popular in the area. So you meet about 1 car per hour. So you
Okay,
forget
Ali, you
that
drive.
you should be on the other
No.
side if you have no other traffic.
Right. Yeah.
So it could be highway to hell.
So cheeky. Did you hear that?
Some of the
He
roads
said my driving was highway to
basically
hell.
left side by it's already on your car.
It's only, yeah.
Your car is pressing both sides. So
From the passenger seat, it looks always fast.
Yeah.
On these roads.
but some of the roads I drove in Devon in England, I mean they were basically the same roads here, except that the hedges were 3 meters tall and they were right at the edge of the road, and they were bicyclists.
Okay.
And then there's 100-kilometer speed limit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And because Google is reading 100-kilometer speed limit, it was kept sending me to these roads
Yeah.
rather than taking the highway next
Yeah.
to it, which
Yeah.
was 80.
Yeah.
But you could actually do it.
Yeah.
And so I really, like, I fought the whole trip with Google Maps because it always sent me
This
to
thing
the
is
small roads.
amazing.
Yeah.
So I really had to know, work out beforehand which big road am I going to make to,
I'm full.
put in different stops
No more
along the
food
way,
until we
and
have
then
in 4 hours
follow
time.
Small
yeah,
roads.
to enforce it.
So smoked salmon, we have to figure out what to do with it. So I think we give it to Irish folks because I'm not sure that
Smoked
we can.
salmon, sure.
You should get gift of smoked salmon because the tour is not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we'll give it to somebody who has a realistic chance of.
So I mean, if
I think you can take it.
If it is depends on how it's packed. If it's air sealed, you put it into a fridge at the hotel. Even if you don't have a fridge, it will still.
These kind of things I really don't wanna. It's like salmon.
Smoked salmon. Oh, it's not fine.
Yeah.
That keeps very well. It keeps very well.
We put it in the fridge over there.
Usually it's not warm, so that's why it tastes
But I mean,
terrible.
you should
tastes terrible.
you should eat it.
That's why I give you guys one every
I
year.
remember
Nobody
smell
eats
of
them
the fish
because
that
try
he
to
was
eat them
opening
cold.
at Dennis's office when he was doing sabbatical with
No,
us.
the cake.
So
But that one
basically,
is supposed to smell.
the other side of the building would be feeling like
But you missed the joke.
Yeah.
would be feeling like something died.
Maybe the pudding is better than the cake.
They
Okay, why would you put raisins?
The cake?
Something died and not with a pleasant death.
It's always been the way it's
What did Father,
Why do you make
what did
fall
Father
with chicken?
Christmas say when he went speed
I
dating?
hate raisin.
I don't know the actual answer.
I
but
don't
that's
hate the
what came
pudding,
to
I
my head
hate the
is it would
raisin.
go ho, ho, ho.
We need to finish the happy quiz.
Okay.
Bjorn, you know what I think?
Bjorn Thesaurus.
Who is playing?
On and on. Bjorn. Who else was playing the happy quiz last night?
I was playing, but Zine is not here anymore.
Oh, he has to play again.
I didn't play at all that thing.
Yeah, you can play them.
You're playing at 7 p.m.
Pro game.
Ali and yes.
But I'm bad at quizzes, you know that.
Well, Florian removed his.
Boss, you already ate all the
Not
stuff.
all of them. There's the chocolate cake there. and
Oh,
there's,
chocolate cake.
Whiskey cake.
Ali, Tian, and Boss. Oh, Bjorn is with Klaus.
Luca, you want to
Yeah.
All right.
do you have a plate?
As replacement quiz master, I need some of that.
Wait. There is a plate.
You have to clean up first. No cheating on the quiz.
All right, Cathal. I'm gonna need your fingerprint.
Where's my cake? Someone took my cake.
Sorry, boss.
Why did you steal my cake?
Sorry, boss.
What's going on? That's
Sorry,
for
boss.
Luca.
Sorry, boss.
They just... Cathal took your plate.
Yes, I missed what?
Sorry, hold it.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. You won again.
Again?
No, I lost again. Okay, you have to read the Oh!
That's really not your password you got there.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I need you to unlock it.
Look, I got two.
No, it's still we'll be done very soon.
Thanks for his Christmas present.
What do you call it?
A little lobster who won't share his Christmas presents. Shellfish. Oh!
That is better.
That's really, really bad.
That's for a bad, that is not bad job. For a bad job, it's a good.
Okay, happy quiz is on. Stefan.
No,
I've never heard of this either, but I'm going to go with it.
Found this? No, this is one of those portion there now.
Slim ook in jullie voorspoel van Enter functioneert?
Oh, it's not a joke. Okay, right, let's go.
Where are the other buttons? So I need to go somewhere else.
Who has the mystery calculator?
I'm being gerichtet from my own thing. I don't know the value, but...
team, boss.
I'm having what little is left.
Yeah, John and Klaus.
Klaus and Bjorn are together.
Yeah, and green team.
Who's green? Who's green?
Wanna.
Because apparently
Who?
all of this
Wanna.
happened while I was in the bathroom.
Okay,
You are the team.
One more chair.
One more show, yes. Thank you for doing actual useful work, but now it's time for not actual useful work.
Okay.
No, you sit there, you sit there.
Okay, this is last of the happy quiz.
in second, so we have to be second.
Alright.
Oh, very strong team.
Okay, test.
Won a
First category, of course.
You're gonna lose anyway.
The first category is, of course, after many, many requests. Mama Moo's main singers, cousins, or roommates. No, I'm just joking, but it's question 7, which is which member of our group? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember. I'll have to review this. Question 8. Mamu participated in and won which reality competition show in 2021? Yes?
Voice of Holland.
Voice of Holland.
Unfortunately, very, very close, but incorrect.
Voice of Korea.
You only get one choice. Also, I was joking about being anywhere close. I'd be surprised if any of you except for Kachel guesses this. And even Kachel, I don't think knows
Korean
this.
show?
Green music show.
It is written here in English, and it's a very English sounding name. I mean, it's not.
So
it's not name.
It's not Korean music show then.
It is not Korean music show. And it is words that I can understand. But it's not a word. I don't think it's a word that's in the dictionary. Question 9. Not additional. So there must have been one word. Question 9.
Anybody remember any of these names from the Bible?
That's wrong. It's Maria. Not. There's no Maria. Yes. Question 10. Last question on the move.
This stuff will make any
Should they
sense.
skip? And this is something that I absolutely know and remember that you discussed yesterday. So I expect you to press the button immediately. What is the name of Mama Moo's brothers, sisters, colleagues? No, family.
What? I didn't hear the question.
Yes. Well, actually, you're missing one letter.
Moo-moos.
Correct.
Right.
Okay, so the others didn't even get the question.
Those are
Right.
Was it manager? No. What was the name of the of Mama Moo's handler?
Can you less minus
We'll
categories?
do one non music, and then we'll get to
Radiohead.
All right.
It's Mumu Swifties, man.
It's something that we've discussed this morning.
What? Oh,
The VBS.
the VBS challenge. The VBS challenge. As generated by GPC.
Okay. This is going to be extra embarrassing for all of you who don't get it right. That's -1.
No, we didn't start yet.
All right. Question 1.
The chances are quite high that actually GPT is getting it wrong.
I'm sure.
GPT's answer is final.
Question 1. What is the primary purpose of the Video Browser Showdown? Yes?
To evaluate the compare video retrieval systems.
What kind of video retrieval?
Interactive.
Very
Interactive
good.
video retrieval systems.
In abstract time or in real time?
In real time, of course.
Very
Yeah. Thank you.
GPT says to benchmark and evaluate the performance of interactive video search systems in real time.
I'm sure it says that on the website somewhere.
Yes. Question 2. This is an easy one. In what year was the first Video Browser Showdown held?
Down.
2012.
Yes!
Oh my god!
Question 3. Which international conference often hosts... Yes, correct?
That is technically wrong. Technically wrong.
It's
always-
Because it's yes.
Always hosts.
Fair enough. Question 4. What is the format of the tasks presented during the VBS? Yes?
A non-item search.
You're being way too specific.
Yeah.
No.
You're being
Question
way
answer.
too specific. Think like GPT.
5 minutes.
GPT doesn't think.
The format is such that the teams participate with their proposed and developed systems, and each team is supposed to
It's so
develop
long.
a certain number of interactive video
I think that's where
retrieval
that's where the
tasks
mark.
that involve non-item
Okay, my
search.
scheme not one, not one. Yeah.
Interactive video search tasks where participants locate specific content in large video collection.
La, la, la.
Question 5. What is the data set commonly used in the VBA for evaluating? Yes.
What?
V3C, 1.
No.
Video!
Because it's wrong.
Minus 1.
No, don't give them minus points for this because GPT's answer is stupid. Everybody gets a guess.
What?
What do you think?
Guess at what?